Hi, it's Kayye. We're here at InfoComm 2017. Of course, we're making our rounds around the show to see all the cool new stuff. And I'm here with David Schweer, who's the Director of Product Marketing for Prysm. Hey, David, how are you?
I'm very good, Gary. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, I know you're excited because you got some new features in your product. Well, first of all, I want you to kind of take me through a booth tour. Let's talk about what's kind of going on and what does Prysm do?
Sure. So we'll start here because Prysm is all about our new digital workplace platform. And what you're seeing in front of you, of course, is we got a MacBook here, we got an iPad, and then over on the wall we have a touchscreen display from Plainart. You know, just a variety of different devices. Because here's the reality that we know from a lot of people is that every company has a mixed technology environment. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning and let's talk about the fact that. You know, everything is about ideas and taking those ideas to an outcome, right? And so what companies are looking for is how do I make that outcome a little bit more profitable and a little bit more predictable? And so we know that ideas start at the individual level. We know that it usually starts when I'm holding an iPad. I could be, on a at home, I could be somewhere else. So what I want to do is show you guys first and foremost. So I'm using my iPad right here. I've got my MacBook here. What I want to do is first show you that, look, everything that I'm doing here, I'm mirroring, right? And you can see it over in that far display as well. Things are just working kind of the way that they should. From my individual tablet, though, you know, what I'm going to do here is get market research. I'm going to start showing people, just what is, what's the latest market trend. So the scenario we have at our booth is creating a new mobile app. Now, what I can do is create something called Follow Me. And so what this does now is you can see every screen here in this booth is now kind of following me. And so as I change this topic, you can see that nobody else can.
So this is the leader. The leader is basically forcing everyone to see the same content.
Yeah, that's precisely right, Gary. So I'm the leader of this. Very simple exercise just to get a lot of information in. Okay, I can pull things off my desktop using my file repository. I just upload files. If I find something on the internet, just drag and drop right into the canvas.
So the experience is the same whether or not you're using an iPad or a laptop or a desktop or you're even on the larger system, which we're going to see in a bit.
Exactly, precisely. So we always say one experience tailored to the work environment.
All right, so I think you're going to take us over here let's go. All right, so we're actually here in a booth that's actually being used. We didn't stop the flow of traffic here. That's obviously a Microsoft Surface Hub there.
Yeah, precisely. And so one of the things that we know is that there's going to be a mixed technology environment. Surface Hub is, of course, making a splash in our industry. And so what we know is, for a lot of people, the Surface Hub sits on an island in a huddle room, right? It's a self-contained PC. It's got its own levels of coordination. But what we have here is we also have an 85-inch 4K LCD display from Prysm. Again, while Prysm is focused on our digital workplace platform, we still offer the hardware to go along with it. If you want one vendor that can handle everything, that's what we're for. What we're showing here is how a Surface Hub and a Prysm display can both communicate with each other as well as collaborate. And so we take that Surface Hub right off of the right out of its island into a more collaborative workspace. So that's what we're showing in this area.
So let me ask a quick question. So basically your platform is hardware agnostic, is what you're showing here, because you can not only run it on a Surface Hub, which is a third-party product. Obviously, you don't make it, as well as your dedicated. Now that monitor there is actually, is it 98-inch 4K? What is the size?
That's an 85-inch 4K.
85-inch 4K monitor, and you were one of the first ones with a 4K.
Yeah. And again, one of the things is people don't always say, oh, I don't need 4K. You really do. And again,
the density of pixels.
You're
like
exactly
you sit closer
right.
to the screen.
Exactly right.
And it's touch, of course.
Well, and what information do you lose when you're not using 4K as well? I mean, you think so that's why we have the 1080p there with the Surface Hub, is you can actually see the difference between the two.
All right, so let's go over here and let's see the wall. Now this is the thing you're famous for.
Exactly, right? And so we still are very proud of our LPD display. It's still the energy efficient large screen canvas that you know and love. Very minimal depth. You can see, again, this is a live running wall, no HVAC system on top. But what this is really about in our booth is to show how you can create more engaging presentations, right? So we've gone from the idea, we've gone to the huddle space, Now, hey, we want to make a presentation. We want it to be a really immersive experience. That's what we use this 190 for. And so again, I'll go back to the beginning. What Prysm Digital Workplace Platform is one experience tailored to the work environment.
Yeah, and you've added some new features to the visual workspace lately. Let's talk about some of those, because one of them that's, I think, a key feature is co-browsing.
Yeah, so we think about what we had at the mobile demo. When we were doing that, you want to always show mobile content as well. We also know that a lot of applications are cloud-based. We know that a lot, that word shadow IT comes up a lot, and so people need to be able to share content, and they also need to be able to share content via logged in information. So with co-browsing, what we enable people to do is create that browser within a browser, and you can share that mobile content with anybody, again, in your project, so 50 people can see it, just like you would screen sharing. Here's where it gets really interesting. Here's where it gets powerful. We can turn on group participation, and any of those 50 people can then actually take over that browsing session, start driving it.
Without even logging in.
Without even logging in. So if you've already logged in, let's say we were using Salesforce, let's say we're using Office 365, I use your login, I can drive that experience. When you turn it off, I don't still have the ability to do that, so we keep it secure. Or if you were to leave the project, you lose that capability as well. So we keep the data secure to when you're monitoring it, but we open up a whole new work stream for people in that way.
Yeah, and all this, of course, you can see Prysm at prysm.com, prysm.com. We also have a reporter here on site who's going to go around and shoot individual videos now in each product section. So you have a chance to see everything that they showed here at the show. And of course, all you have to do then is type in Prysm in the video search window here on the screen, on the upper left-hand corner of the screen. Thank you very much for doing this, David, because I know this is tough. Number one, you're busy. Number two, we got tons of people in the booth, and we can't really ask them to leave, can we?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Gary. And again, we can always go into more detail in the future.
Yeah. Well, we're also going to have the individual product videos as well. So if you do want more information, just go to raypubs.com. Thanks, David.
All right.
Have a great show. Thanks for watching. And of course, if you want to see all of our coverage, go to raypubs.com/InfoComm 2017 to see everything we're doing here at InfoComm.